Help is on the way. Lawmakers have reached a relief package worth almost $1 trillion that will benefit many people in the country. Plus, many people are asking the question, who's next? The CDC breaks down the next phases on who should get the coronavirus vaccine.
And some of that white stuff came down today, and more of it could be on the way throughout the week. We're tracking our upcoming First Alert Weather Day on Valley News Live, which starts right now.
Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
New at 10 tonight, lawmakers in Washington have sealed a deal on an economic relief package that will benefit many Americans. The deal is worth almost $1 trillion. The agreement will establish a temporary $300 per week unemployment benefit. In addition, a $600 stimulus payment to most Americans, as well as a round of subsidies for businesses and money for schools, healthcare providers, and renters facing eviction. We'll get to more of that later tonight, but first, the temperatures are dropping and roads are getting slick as we get closer to Christmas. A few accidents across the region today already. We go to Valley News Team's Devin Fry, who is live in Fargo with what current conditions look like and what you can expect for your morning commute. Devin?
Thanks, Courtney. We're here now in South Fargo. We're at the corner of 52nd Avenue and 38th Street South. Now, the reason why we're here is because when I was driving around looking for places to report from, there was actually an accident right here by this new Holiday gas station. It was a minor accident, but it is a good reminder to stay careful out there on those roads. Even the sidewalk that I'm standing on right now is pretty slick at this point. Now, the main issue we ran into when we were driving on the interstate was visibility. A lot of that slushy snow getting thrown up into your windshield, creating kind of a visibility issue there. That was the biggest issue we faced on the interstates. However, the side roads, not much better. The side roads, very slick, especially in areas like this. These intersections are extremely slippery, especially when you're coming up on a red light and you need to slam on those brakes. You're definitely going to skid. So be aware of that. Watch out for that as you're making your way around tonight, and watch out for that tomorrow morning, because it's not like this is going to melt at all overnight. It's only going to get colder, only going to get icier. So just be on the lookout for this as you make your way out the door tomorrow morning. Make sure to give yourself plenty of extra time to get wherever you may need to be to start off your work week. Summer has more on this, but for right now, reporting from South Fargo, Devin Fry, Valley News Live. Summer, what else should we be on the lookout for this week?
Yeah, that's a great reminder, Devin, that things will still be slick as we head into tomorrow morning. A great reminder as you're headed out the door. For tonight, though, let's take a look at the road conditions across our region. All of the yellow shaded roads indicate scattered ice. So we are seeing that throughout the Fargo Metro, the Northern Valley, out towards Valley City, and even up towards Detroit Lakes. The purple roads indicate snow-covered, and slushy roads are shaded in the areas in blue. Meanwhile, across Minnesota, we are seeing mostly completely covered roads, all those pink shaded areas. We are seeing that snow begin to move across northern Minnesota tonight, but here are a couple snowfall reports from tonight. 2.5 inches in Perham, Detroit Lakes, and St. Hilaire, Minnesota. 2 inches in Pembina, 1.8 in Fosston, 1.5 inches in East Grand Forks and Topeka, 1 in Bagley, Minnesota, 1/2 inch in Roseau, and 1/2 inch measured at the National Weather Service office up in Grand Forks. But Courtney, we have another shot at some snow later on this week. I'll time it out and let you know potential impacts in a few minutes.
All right, thank you so much, Summer. We'll check back with you in a bit. The CDC is signing off on Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine. It clears the way for vaccinations to officially begin with the nation's second authorized vaccine. The decision comes one day after the advisory committee voted 11-0 to recommend the use of the vaccine in adults 18 and up. The FDA authorized the vaccine for emergency use Friday night. The first doses of the vaccine began to roll out this morning. In all, nearly 6 million doses are expected to be shipped this coming week, with vaccinations beginning tomorrow. Who should be next in line to get vaccinated for COVID-19? A CDC advisory committee is weighing in. Here's their plan. Phase 1B will include those ages 75 and older, and frontline essential workers such as first responders, educators, and grocery store workers. Approximately 49 million people will be included in this phase. Phase 1C will include those between the ages of 65 and 74 and other essential workers, including those in the food service. It will also include anyone ages 16 and older who have high-risk medical conditions. The CDC says Phase 1C will cover an estimated 129 million Americans. Health departments need your help if you test positive for coronavirus. They want you to warn friends, family, and coworkers. Health officials say this tracing is not ideal, but with infections and hospitalizations rising, it's the most effective way to reach people who may be at risk. They say it's taking too long for tracers to notify people when they learn of positive tests. They also say people won't pick up the phone or refuse to answer questions when tracers call. Officials fear transmission will only get worse as people gather for the holidays. One man is dead after a rollover crash on I-94 today. It happened in Stutsman County near mile marker 231. The man was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected from his Chevy Silverado. He was taken to the hospital in Jamestown, where he later died from his injuries. The North Dakota Highway Patrol reminds travelers to buckle up, whether you're driving across the state or across town. They say your seatbelt could save your life. North Dakota has had 93 fatalities on the road so far in 2020. Roughly 60% of the victims weren't wearing their seatbelts. That rate was similar in 2019 as well.
Like the speed, their aggressive driving, their distracted driving, their impaired driving. Things happen on our roadway that are out of our control. And that's where seatbelts, in conjunction with your airbags, are the first line of defense against those other drivers.
So far, there have been more fatalities on North Dakota's roads this year than last year. As COVID-19 continues to affect our holiday plans, a group in Fargo is picking up a new tradition to safely spread some holiday cheer. Valley News Team's Devin Fry has our story.
The COVID-19 pandemic has changed every facet of our daily lives, and it's no different throughout the holiday season. The CDC is urging people to keep gathering small and try to avoid travel to help slow the spread of COVID-19. This has caused many to adapt their holiday traditions. Here in Fargo, a group drove up to sing Christmas carols at a nearby senior living home.
Let's go spread love, especially right now. It's just essential. And so that was one of the things we're like, let's surprise others with a gift, and our neighbors right here at Edgewood.
Members of the caroling caravan lined up at Living Waters Lutheran Church and drove to Edgewood Senior Living. They then stepped out of their cars and sang 3 Christmas songs as residents watched, some even singing along to the music.
To see little kids dancing as they're singing, oh man, that helped me much less. I'm sure those who are isolated in Edgewood.
With just 5 days before Christmas, Pastor Dan says that the group was thrilled to help spread some holiday cheer, especially to a group of people who may not get to see their families and have their normal holiday traditions.
It just reminds me that all of us are so impacted by this. So what can we do together to help each other? I hope this is just a small way to help not only them, but maybe someone watching today too.
Reporting from Fargo, Devin Fry, Valley News Live.
Some residents could be heard yelling thank you as the carolers got back into their vehicles. Still ahead tonight, lawmakers reaching a deal on a COVID-19 relief bill. What it could mean for you is ahead on Valley News Live at 10.
And a first alert weather day is in place for Wednesday. There is a chance for impactful winter weather, including snow and wind, as well as frigid temperatures. We'll have the details coming up next.